I'm Mara Hale, 37. The day of my nephew's birthday on our old family ranch near Boise, my mother lifted a knife, sliced a cake, handed plates to the giggling kids, and stopped right in front of my daughter. Her voice was cool and sharp. She shouldn't be here. Rowan froze. The room went silent. I took her hand, and we walked out into the fading light. I didn't turn around. That was the moment the final crack in our family became a clean break, one that somehow gave me my life back. 3 weeks before that day, I'd been at my office, sunlight spilling over blueprints on my desk, when my phone buzzed. Mom's name, the one I always answered, but never wanted to. "Mara," she said, her tone rehearsed. "Parker turns 10 soon. We want everyone at the ranch. It's been too long." Family, in her language, always meant a score to settle. I saw the red bar in my mind, the white fences, the house where my brother Alec always won, and I always trailed behind. I thought of Rowan, 9 now, who often asked why her grandparents never came to her school plays. I thought of Owen, my husband, gone 6 years after a truck ran a red light. At his funeral, Mom had leaned close and whispered, "Rowan isn't true keen blood. Be careful how you raise her." That day, I'd walked away from her and stayed away since. But now, somehow I said, "We'll come." That night, Rowan's eyes sparkled over her bowl of mac and cheese. "A real ranch party?" she asked. "Will there be baby cows?" "There will be," I said, smiling even though my stomach twisted. Over the next weeks, she turned the kitchen into her art studio. Glitter everywhere, horse stickers stuck to everything. She made a handmade car for Parker, full of hope and bright colors. Watching her, I pretended not to feel the ache of what I feared would happen. I called Theo, my closest friend. "Tell me you're not going," he said. "I am." Then we're boots and boundaries. That night, I absentmindedly opened a PDA email thread I still got copied on. My mother's name, Lorna, was listed as both treasurer and president. A few attachments showed reimbursements. Thousands of dollars transferred into an account number I recognized. No receipts. No explanations. Something in me clicked. Saturday came. The ranch looked picture perfect. Bunting on the railings, balloons, the smell of hay and barbecue. Mom greeted me with a polite hug, then steered Rowan to the end of the kids' table, far from the laughter. Compliments and attention poured over Alec's children. When Rowan lined up for pony rides, Mom redirected her to the petting zoo. "Those boots aren't broken in," she said curtly. Later, when I stepped inside to take a client call, I came back to find Rowan sitting alone on the back steps, her plate untouched. "They skipped me," she whispered. Through the kitchen window, I heard my mother say, "She doesn't belong at this family party." Something inside me hardened. I took out my phone and pressed record, not out of vengeance, but proof. Proof of what I'd always known. We left before sunset, Rowan's handmade card still in my bag. That night, after she'd fallen asleep, I played the recording again. My mother's voice cut like glass. I sent it to Lisa, my lawyer and friend. I also forwarded the PDA files. "If this is true," Lisa said, "it's serious. Embezzlement serious. How do you want to handle it?" Quietly, I replied, "Rowan comes first." A week later, our small town's community fundraiser gathered everyone under the same roof. My mother stood at the podium, smiling wide, speaking about honesty and shared values. I stood by the door, email open and ready. The subject line read, "PDA Transparency." The body contained the evidence and the audio clip. When applause filled the hall, I pressed send. Phones lit up. Whispers started. A teacher compared notes. A father replayed the video. The superintendent stepped in quietly. My mother's smile faltered. I slipped out before anyone turned my way. By morning, the board had suspended her and demanded repayment. My father called, voice hollow. "She'll pay." I didn't know who she really was. "I know," I said simply. That morning, Rowan and I made pancakes and ate on the balcony under the Idaho sun. "Are you mad about the party?" she asked softly. "No," I said. "I'm making sure that never happens again. You belong anywhere, always." We stopped visiting the ranch. I blocked the calls, kept the video, and held on to peace. Work grew. I signed a new hotel project under my own name. Rowan wore a little badge on her backpack that said I belong. Sometimes grief hides behind tradition. I've learned to set mine down. Now, when Rowan asks about family, I just smile and point to us. This, I tell her, is real.